Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Gaggers Pod. I am your girl Charlie Shantae. Thank you for joining me on another episode. And like I always say, if this is a new episode, then that must mean it's Friday. And even if you're listening to this on a different day, I appreciate you. So before we get started, make sure you like, share, and you subscribe. And make sure wherever you're listening to me on your favorite podcast app, you are hitting that notification bell. There's probably a little plus sign up there so that when a new episode is released, you are one of the first to know and it's already there. So all you got to do is hit play. All right. And like I always say, grab your drink, grab your snack or whatever it is you do when you listen to this episode. And we're going to go ahead and jump into today's episode. So today's episode, I know y'all like those good heartfelt episodes, when I talk about family and parenting and the kids and stuff like that. So I felt like, you know what I'm saying? We're getting into the fall months, toward the end of the year, halfway through the school year. So what better topic than to talk about than spending time with your family during the busy and chaotic school year? I know personally, crazy, crazy, crazy. From the time I get off from work, uh, I don't get home till like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And it's just like go, 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 go. On the weekends, it's just like go, 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 go. And it's like you can never slow down. And it's like if we never slowing down, then how can we get that quality family time in with our kids? Well, we're gonna talk about that today, okay? So one of the things with family time that I feel like matters with family time is, it helps you feel connected with your kids, kind of like, they feel emotionally okay. You feel emotionally okay. You can, have conversations. You can talk and kind of vibe because when let's all face it, when you're busy, you just in the car and you typically listen to the music. What I do when I'm in the car with New Face, we have conversations. He can bring a book or I'll turn the radio off and we'll have conversations. We'll talk about his day. We'll talk about my day. We'll talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. And so it just helps us to communicate better, create stronger communication, to let her know like this is a safe space. You can talk to me about whatever it is that you want, and there's just no judgment. And I know after I've had a long day, that boy be telling me some stories and I'd be like, you know what, y'all be at that school crashing out every day. And I'm here for these stories. I'm here for the high school drama. Do you know how much drama they got in high school? Talk to a high school kid, you'll be like, oh my God, this is better than your average soap opera. Better than any play you finna see. Okay, because you can't make this up. And remind you, these kids is 14 to 18. Okay. And it's like y'all got this kind of drama already. But I'll be here for it because I need to know why David and Jessica broke up. Like what is going on here? All because Jessica gave Zach a eraser because he needed a erase. It get deep like that, and I'll be laughing because it'd be funny, and I'll be like, oh boy, 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 they just don't know that it get it it yeah. And bonding and spending time together, it often it's not about the number of times that we spend together, because you do want to spend every day with your kids and bond with them, but you want to make sure when you're spending time with them that it is quality time and not quantity time. Not you're listening to your kid and you're on your phone, but you're actually like, we hear, like, I hear you, I see you, I'm present. When I'm talking to my kids, I try to make sure I'm present unless I'm sitting on the couch having my quiet time and they come in and they start talking to me, because I'm not finna put my game down. Cause y'all say I'm in my personal time and y'all. But other than that, I done gave y'all time. I done told y'all what it is. So like, why are you here? Like, why are you here? We've had our conversation time. Why are you here? So every moment counts. So you have what you can call micro moments, and what I mean by micro moments is like having dinner together, even if it's a short period of time, 30 minutes. So one thing we used to do before New Faces Swim went long was I would cook, and then we would sit down, and then we would watch Jeopardy. Jeopardy, where we live, comes on at 7:30. We would get our food, sit down, and watch Jeopardy, and we would answer the questions, we would eat our food, and that's just kind of what we did. That was kind of like our dinner time routine. Like I said, now New Faces has a new swim schedule, and that isn't as feasible anymore. But we try to still talk. Like now, we've moved from Jeopardy to talking while the boys are doing the dishes. You're like, what, they doing chores, and you talk to them, yeah, like we still gonna kiki um a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, chit chatting is chit chatting to me. I mean, that's how I look at it. uh and bedtime routine. So let me tell y'all, New Face is my big baby at heart, and that boy there, he love he mama bad. So his nighttime routine is he gonna go take a shower, and then he gonna come tell me good night 3 times before he actually get in the bed to go to bed. He gonna come 3 times and he be like, this time number one, this time number two, this time number three, or he'll tell me a time one, a time two. I'm tired, mom, so I'm probably not gonna be no time two, or it ain't gonna be no time three, because I'm gonna go lay down after this. And I'll be like, okay, cool. And so typically when he do that, that's my cue to get lead aloft and go get in my bed. I'm like, okay, he down for the count, so let me go in my room and get in my bed as well. Because if you sleepy, I'm sleepy too. So I mean, let's just go to sleep. And you know, I actually got a script today, y'all. Ain't y'all proud of me? And uh the next little segment, see, I be having it so together that it be confusing me. Like, I kind of prefer doing episodes off the dome for y'all. But I be trying to like make the episodes longer, so I be trying to create a script. Sometimes it be working and sometimes it don't be working. So if it sound like I'm a little scattered, I'm just trying to read off my script a little bit. Um, but family rituals and traditions. We used to have a movie night and a game night. Would it be in October right now? This month we always have a yearly pumpkin painting and pumpkin cutting. So that's gonna be coming up in a couple of weeks. And I'll normally do food. I think, what do they want this year? I think they want a potato bar this year, but I do know I gotta make some queso. Queso has been requested. So it's either gonna be potatoes and nachos, or Malia asked me to do some other kind of cause I'm good for doing like a bar, taking something plain and then just um making toppings for it. I can't remember what she asked me. I know I'm gonna do nachos and baked potatoes. I can't remember what the other thing is that she asked me for, but whatever it is, I'm gonna do it. And we gonna have fun doing it. And when we do that, that's just our time to like kiki. We might turn on some music, we might watch a movie, or loosely watch a movie. But we gonna paint. They gonna do their pumpkins, and we just gonna have a good time. It's a good Friday night. Um, it's just always a good time with my kids. It's the little things. We might play a couple of games or something like that. With them, it is literally just the little things. Like the New Face and Malia started the pumpkin carving tradition, so we just keep it going and going and going and going. But this year it's gonna be a little bit bigger, a little bit better. um and consistency matters. So don't be like, okay, we're gonna have to play a game tonight, and then you don't play a game on a Friday night for the next 4 Fridays. So what I do, we have simple games. We have cards. We play goldfish. We play little simple card games. We have checkers. I think we have trouble. Just quick little simple games. One of the games we do not play in this house is Monopoly, because that game takes way, 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 way too long, and I be getting bored. We play Connect Four, or we'll play Cornhole. We'll just do something fun, just as simple as that. Darts, just simple, simple little stuff. Sometimes for family night, if we're doing an outside family night, we'll go to Top Golf, we'll go to Main Event. Just some Dave and Buster's, or something just as simple as that. We'll go down the channel side and walk around. Just something simple. Just the most simplest thing ever, because I mean, it's the little bit that count up. You don't have to do something grand. You don't always have to go to Disney. You don't have to go to Universal. You don't have to fly somewhere. You don't have to go on a vacation. But just it's just the little things. I know when New Face was younger, we did used to get the after 4 p.m. passes for Disney, and we used to go like on random days during the week, just go to Disney, be like, oh, we're gonna go to Disney this week or today, or we're gonna go to Universal. Like we had Disney and Universal, then we had SeaWorld too. So we would just take turns going to different places. I go pick up Leah, and we just all jump in the car, like no rhyme or reason. It wasn't planned out. I felt like it today, so we just gonna go. Like that's just what it is. Like no rhyme or reason. I'll be like, all right, Nick, I'm finna go pick up Malia and Jay from schools, and we finna slide and go to Disney. She'll be home later. She'll be like, okay, girl, like whatever. Um, just do stuff to make it fun because kids thrive on consistency. I know if I do something and it's out the ordinary, like I start something and then I don't keep it up, New Face be like, so we're not gonna do this no more. We're not gonna do that no more. He hold me accountable. So you got to make sure consistency, you're being consistent with your child at all times, regardless of what you do. Make do the same thing. You can switch it up, be variety with it, just so they don't get bored. Just make it fun. When we have family activities, I make sure I involve the kids. I'll be like, what y'all want to do? I never just solely pick. I want my kids to know that I listen to them and they are heard. I'll be like, what activities y'all want to do? Even sometimes we'll cook as an activity. My kids love to eat. And so, hey, let's cook. Let's cook up a dish, or let me show you how to do this, or how to do that. Or we'll even do a declutter day. And I'll be like, you take this, and I'm gonna take this. And we'll have like a declutter night. And the things that we find, I'm like, where did that come from? So it doesn't always have to be something extravagant, because who would know decluttering? Who would have thought? Who would have thought that that would have been fun? But you never know what you're going to find. And when you find stuff, it brings up old memories, old fun memories. You be like, oh my God, you remember? Like right now, we're in a phase that we be finding all kind of stuff. And I'll be like, oh my God, that is a COVID purchase. What was we thinking buying this? Or, oh my gosh, like, why did we buy this? Like, how many times did we use it? Or we were just literally just out here buying stuff during COVID. And I'm like, oh my God. So when I be looking at some of that stuff, I was like, I really spent my money on that. Like, oh my God. Like I was just out here just buying stuff. Another thing that we do sometimes is we'll watch a movie, or we'll watch like a TV show. Like we'll watch the baking shows. New Face likes the baking shows, so we'll watch the baking show sometime. Or sometimes we'll just sit down and we'll read, or we'll watch National Geographics. Everything out the extraordinary we gonna do. Be like, you watch it? Yes, we like to learn around here, because we'll see something on Nat Geo and we'll be like, oh, well, maybe we need to go see that, or maybe we need to go do that. Always fun. It is never a dull moment in this house. I mean, not never. Like we be serious sometimes, but 99% of the time, it's all shits and giggles. But that 1%, we be a little serious, here and there. But more times than likely, because I want my kids to have like a nice, fun environment. I don't want it to feel like a boot camp. I don't want it to feel like uber strict. I don't want it to feel like they can't have a childhood. I don't want it to feel like uptight. I want it to be nice and warm and welcoming, and whatever makes them feel comfortable within a certain limit. But my kids don't do nothing extreme. The most extreme thing they got going right now, when you turn the lights on in the hallway, they change colors before they turn to white. That is the most extreme thing, and they just get a kick. And I think it's been like that for like since COVID purchase, and we changed all the lights in the hallway, up and down the hallway. So when you turn the light on, it flicks through all the colors before it turned white. Gotta let kids be kids. It's within reason. You only get one childhood, and I want to ensure that my kids have the most amazingest childhood. Be like, mom made sure we never did the same thing over and over. We good. Like We got to explore, we got to do stuff. Um, I remember when we got our pool built, it was done in February, and although we had a heater on it, the heater wasn't on and it wasn't heating the pool enough. So as cold as it was in February, we all just took a plunge because we were super excited that the pool was done. So we do like little stuff like that. We'll do little dares in the pool because it has lights, so we can do stuff at night. We just have so much random fun. Like I said, we never plan our fun. The fun just finds us, and we're like, oh, okay, like yeah, like we can do this. We can roll with it. So much fun. I think it turns out way better. Like we'll pay like a cup pong or just the list goes on and on and on. We make up stuff to do. I remember one time I had them have cups and they had to blow it off the edge of the table, and it was like just silly stuff like that. Um, I mean, you just got to have fun with your kids, especially during the school year because they're already in school, they're testing, and they have homework. I know it's like fall testing season. New Face had the PSAT this week. I think he said he had some little other tests going. They have the benchmark test. So if I can make things a little bit easier and a little less uptight, I try my best to do that just to ensure things is good and things are smooth. And like I said, it helps me too because I like being funny, I like being silly, and I like laughing with the kids. So anytime that I can hang with them and they make them laugh and then they make me laugh, it's a very good day for me. We do have a time where, well, during dinner, I don't allow cell phones, like no electronics during dinner. Like we need to sit down, we need to talk to each other. Like I said, we usually watch Jeopardy or different other little stuff, but typically it's a no tech zone unless like we're eating and then like the weather is bad or something like that and we're like keeping up with the weather. But other than that, dinner time is a no phone time. But if we're just hanging out on the couch, we're watching movies, watching TV, then by all means, New Face only gets phone time on the weekends. He doesn't get it during the week because he has practice and he has homework, and so we want to make sure we prioritizing homework and he's not getting distracted by other things. Um, Couple things that I've seen people do to help stay on track and to make sure that they are spending time with their family and they're getting good family time is putting it on your calendar. It sounds silly, but a lot of people are visual and they look at the calendar like, oh, okay, like we have family time scheduled for tomorrow and we're going to see a movie. Simple as that. I have a calendar in my room and I write it down so the kids can easily come in there and see what's on the calendar if we have something on the calendar to do or etc. Um, like I said, I focus on being present. I try to make sure I am as present as possible. And if New Face starts talking and I feel like he gonna be a while and he interrupt me during my personal, I'll put my phone down because I play my little game. I'll put my phone or my tablet down and I'll listen to him because I want him to be heard. I don't want him to feel like he's just talking and I'm not listening. I want him to feel heard. So I make sure that I am present. I'm not perfect, not by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not perfect, but I do want him to be heard, and I am make sure that I am very present and aware. Just like when he goes to swim practice, I am there. I am present. I am aware. So every time he finishes swimming or he gets from one end to the next, he always looks over at me, and when he looks up, I always ensure that we lock eyes so that he know that mom is present, mom is here. One thing, this one I need to practice more because I don't do it enough. I don't give myself enough grace when it comes to parenting. I feel like everything's got to be dressed right dressed. Everything's got to be in tip top order. I don't like I don't like unstructured. And even though I don't like unstructured, I got to be able to give myself grace because although I want to have a family time, extravagant family time every weekend, I know that that's not possible, and I need to give myself a little bit of grace because every week is different. Not all weeks are the same. Got to give myself grace because it's okay to be tired. If I don't have any energy to give, how can I give energy to them in having fun and engaging with them? I can't if I'm tired. So I make sure that I am present. I make sure that I am resting, and I make sure that I can give them my undivided full attention during our family time and whatever activity we may or may not be doing. Last but not least, you can't make this up. So for my You Can't Make This Up, new faces learning how to drive. And his car had to get, the car that he's going to get had to get clean because the dog pooped in the car. So I let him drive my car. I have a Benz. I let him drive my car and I take him over to the little neighborhood. And I was like, okay, he's doing good. So the first day he did really well. And I was like, oh my God, he's catching on real quick. So the second day we go out there and I was like, all right, do the same thing you did yesterday because you did so good. Now this boy driving my car, so I gotta be present. And people be like, oh my God, you are so patient. How do you do it? I said, I have God and Geico. So I'm gonna be good. So he was going, he was turning, and then all of a sudden, my boy drifted in the bins through a corner. I'm like, what are you doing? And then he was like, what you mean? And then when he said, what you mean? He took his hands off the wheel by pushing the gas. He said, what you mean? We done drifted over. Now, they don't have any houses, so it's just like a curbless street. And then there's like a little mound of dirt. My boy done drifted. I was like, and I had to grab the wheel, and I was like, ah! I had to swing that thing back. And I said, he's like, what? I was like, first of all, Jesus is not taking the wheel, so put your hands back on the wheel. Let's slow down. Let's reset. I looked at my watch. I don't understand how my heart rate wasn't up. My heart rate was like 72. I was like, it felt like it's on 172. The body, do you understand what just happened? Because I know what happened. Do you not understand what happened? So I said I need to make his driving, him learn how to drive. I need to make that into like a miniature vlog or something. Because baby, it ain't for the weak. And he's like, Mom, can I drive such and such? Can such and such drive with me? And then I'll be like, you gotta go ask them. I ain't speaking for nobody because I don't know if they want this stress in their life. But go ahead. You can't use my car. You gotta use their car. But go ahead. Run along. So that is my You Can't Make This Story Up. That is my story for the week. So just remember, when it comes to parenting and spending time during the school year, even the small moments add up because 4 quarters still equal $1. Correct? All right. So it's the small things. You got to take it piece by piece by piece. You don't eat a pizza whole. You eat it slice by slice. So just the small things, they add up. And yeah, so that's my parenting episode for the week. Yay! And remember, if you have not already, please make sure you are liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please make sure you are following us on YouTube at The Gag Is Pod. And that is the same handle on Instagram as well, and on TikTok, The Gag Is Pod. Make sure you're liking it so that every on your favorite podcasting app, so that every time a new episode is released, you'll be one of the first to get it. Episodes in the video form are released on Saturday. So make sure after you listen to this, you go over there on Saturday and you watch this in the flesh so you can see me and I can see you. And yeah, until next time, I am your girl, Charlie Shantae. This is the Gag Is Pod. Bye, guys.